Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivara Dhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Jaya Vishwapad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Shotara Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON BBD founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jaya Vishwapad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Shotara Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giriraj Govardhan ki jai. Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 1, verse number 45 to 48. Esha tavanuja bala kripana putrikopama hantum narhasi kalyanim imam tvam dinavatsala. Translation. As your younger sister, this poor girl Devaki is like your own daughter and deserves to be affectionately maintained. You are merciful and therefore you should not kill her. Indeed, she deserves your affection. Shri Shukha Uvacha Evam sa samabhir bedhair bodhyamano pidaruna nanya vartata kauravya Purushadan Anuvrata. Shukdev Goswami continued, O best of the Kuru dynasty, Kamsa was fiercely cruel and was actually a follower of the Rakshasas. Therefore, he could be neither pacified nor terrified by the good instructions given by Vasudeva. He did not care about the results of sinful activities either in this life or in the next. Nirbandham tasya tam jnatva vichintya na kadondubhi praptim kalam prativyodhum idam tatra vapadyata. When Vasudeva saw that Kamsa was determined to kill his sister Devaki, he thought to himself very deeply. Considering the imminent danger of death, he thought of another plan to stop Kamsa. Although Vasudeva saw the imminent danger that his wife Devaki would be killed, he was convinced of his welfare because of his birth. The demigods had played drums and kettle drums. He therefore attempted another way to save Devaki. 48. Mrityur buddhi matopoyo yavat buddhi balodayam yadi asau na nivarteta naparadhosti dehina. As long as he has intelligence and bodily strength, an intelligent person must try to avoid death. This is the duty of every embodied person. But if death cannot be avoided in spite of one's endeavors, a person facing death commits no offense. Purport: it is natural for a person facing untimely death to try his best to save himself. This is one's duty. Although death is sure, everyone should try to avoid it and not meet death without opposition, because every living soul is by nature eternal. Because death is a punishment imposed in the condemned life of material existence, the Vedic culture is based on avoiding death. Tyakta deham punarjanma naiti. Everyone should try to avoid death and rebirth by cultivating spiritual life and should not submit to death without struggling to survive. One who is not trying to stop death is not an intelligent human being. Because Devaki was face to face with imminent death, it was Vasudeva's duty to save her, as he was trying his best to do. He therefore considered another way to approach Kamsa so that Devaki would be saved. Om Ajnanatimirantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachalam Pangulang Gatigirim Yat Kripataham Mande Shri Guru Dinataranam Vanchakalpaturvesha Kapasindhavesha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. As your younger sister, this poor girl Devaki is like your own daughter and deserves to be affectionately maintained. You are merciful and therefore you should not kill her. Indeed, she deserves your affection. So, we can see that Kamsa is going to kill his sister. Yes, the Akashvani, I don't know what you call that in English, but the Akash, the sky spoke, I don't know, the fate spoke, something like that. So, it spoke that, Kamsa, you are a fool. The person you're trying to get married, you're trying to protect and do so much for her 8th son is going to be the cause of your death. And so, Vasudeva is trying to save Devaki. And Prabhupada is mentioning in the purport that one should try to avoid death. Yes. So, Kamsa is actually trying to avoid death by killing Devaki. But it does not fall in his duties. Yes, this is the whole point of the Shastras, that Radha Govind Maharaj was once mentioning, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya are having that conversation where he is going to defeat Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And he mentions that the Shastras say that the bones, like the conch which we blow actually in the morning for every arti, is actually made of bones. But if at the same time we ask that, oh, there's a pure devotee, we should use his bones to make a conch and keep them on the altar. But that's not allowed. Yes, that's not even recommended. That's actually the reverse of anything what we can do. But still, the bones of the conch found in the ocean are fine. They are okay. So, over here Prabhupada is mentioning that yes, death should be avoided. We should try whatever we can. But at the same time, whatever Kamsa is doing is not right. Yes. Instead of trying to overcome death in this way, which is not religious at all, he has other methods. He can now try, he has yagya, his tapa and everything. And that's why that's why we have to be very careful when we interpret Shastras and we quote out of context. Yes, we are very used to doing that. And that's why Kamsa is actually, like few minutes before the Akashvani, he's actually the most affectionate brother. Most affectionate. It's like he's the king of the, a Bakasur, Baka, it's like Baka, then you have Agasura, Arishtasura, Putana. The name Putana itself was like a tribe of Rakshasas who thrive on babies, They kill babies. That's why the jati is called Putana. But she was called Putana. Why? Because she was exemplary character of that whole tribe, and that's why she was called Putana. But all of them were affectionate to Kamsa. Actually, materialistic people are never affectionate to each other. Yes, why? It's because as soon as their benefit is done, they will try to kill each other. Yes? So in the same way, over here, Putana and all of these Rakshasas are uniting because Kamsa is very powerful. Yes, actually in the movies they show Kamsa as very fat and everything. And then we think that he's some guy on the street, you can beat him up. And he's just become the king for some or the other odd reason. But no, he's actually, Maharaj was explaining that in his one hand, he has 10,000 elephants, the strength of elephants, and that too Dwapar Yuga elephants, not Kali Yuga elephants. And then everybody laughs in the whole audience that because, Kali Yuga elephants, he says that, Kali Yuga elephants, they cannot be matched to Dwapar Yuga elephants. He's so powerful, everybody's scared. But this comes out, he's so powerful with all the yogic mystic powers and everything he has. Yes. He is so affectionate to Devaki. She's mine, Extended sense gratification. I am doing everything for her. Yes, we have heard these people, right? They say, I'm doing so much for my family, so much for my country, so much for my society. I've given my blood, to the whole community, blah, blah, blah. But Prabhupada mentions in one line, this is all extended sense gratification. Very harsh sometimes. We might feel it's very harsh. Today in the woke culture, everything is harsh. You cannot say anything. But this is what Prabhupada is mentioning. This is extended sense gratification. And I was thinking, how is it extended sense gratification? Because loving your kinsmen, loving your country, it is your duty. But the thing is, what Prabhupada is mentioning is because this is the problem. When eventually it comes down to yourself, all bets are off. Yes, Kamsa couldn't care less if Devaki was his mother, sister or anyone. Because he got to know that she is going to be the cause of my death. He held her from the hair and he drew his sword. And the moment he's going to kill her, Vasudeva is trying to protect. Yes. He knows that he can't protect, he cannot fight Kamsa. So he's trying to pacify him. And this is the most bewildering part, that one moment before you were very nice, and now you are this crazy person. Who are you, you know? I've never seen you this way. You know, like Narasimha, but then when the Lord exhibits it, that's different, you know? It's transcendental. But when, even in our family members, and when we see that, oh, you don't know how he behaves privately, you know? On the phone, everybody's Hare Krishna and everybody's lovey-dovey. In person also they are like that. But privately, we don't know what people are doing out there. You know, you don't know how I am doing out there. I'm actually, everybody knows that, you know, I have a quick temper also. But I don't know who else is doing what at their home, you know. So the point is that any good qualities in a materialistic person, however good they may be, whether they are the most humblest person on planet Earth, but if they are not a bhakta, actually they are not humble. Yes? Humility means to know yourself, to know the reality that you are the servant of the Lord. Yes? But a person who just shows that he is humble, yes, it's just by modes of nature he has to behave that way. Some or the other day when the modes of nature change, he is going to change and become something else. Very difficult. Very difficult. That's why to trust materialistic people, karmis, it's the last thing you can do. Even amongst devotees, that's why amongst devotees we should be very careful. Yes, doing business and doing all of this stuff. Because it can ruin relations. And that's why we get an opportunity to serve each other. Yes, serve devotees in a community. Why? Because those are the real qualities. Yes, they might be fake right now, but they will come up. As we are doing devotional service, they will come up. They will make us humble. They will make us intelligent. You know, sometimes we see that so many people have so many problems. You know, this person is doing this person is doing that. And it's so frustrating. I have also expressed so many times to Mataji, so many people rather. Like people are really, why are they doing this way? You know, they shouldn't be doing this. But then, you know, after a few days it's like, yeah, you know, but they are doing devotional service. So, Krishna will take care. You know, he will give the intelligence one or the other day. But still, yes, the tolerance part comes on our part. I also have so many faults that, yeah, somebody else is also tolerating. So why not I tolerate them? You know, it's not like I am the king of humility or tolerance that, you know, everybody, that I can judge somebody else. So the point is that as a community, as a congregation, we come together, we avoid, yes, we try to overlook and work together for Krishna's pleasure. Yes, for Krishna's pleasure, because Krishna likes it that way. That's why we have Rath Yatra coming up this Saturday, not next Saturday, this Saturday. And so many devotees are working together. The Rath is getting created. So many people will be here, there, you know, loading, unloading, prasadam stall, this stall. I'll be moving here and there. So, you know, but the whole point is that everybody's trying to come together for Lord Jagannath. Yes. Trying to do a big festival. It's always an amazing feat to see. You know, whenever it's like, you know, whenever I've seen the Lord on the chariot in Arizona at least, and the first time when he goes up there, I'm like, yeah, every year, it's been so many years, right, we've done it now. And like, yeah, it's fine, okay. But every year, whenever it's near, and when you're there on the Rath Yatra and you see them on the chariot, there's a feeling of pride that, you know, Srila Prabhupada has done something so miraculous that in a desert, you know, of Arizona, we have a temple thriving, and we have Lord Jagannath, the Lord of the universe, going down the street in a chariot. Yes, we are able to do this whole festival. So appreciative. That what Prabhupada did, he brought Jagannath in every town and village, right? Such a miraculous thing. Such a miraculous thing. It was impossible. Yes. If we were born before Srila Prabhupada came, obviously we would have felt it was impossible. Yes. Today, things which we think that, oh, yeah, it's easy to go, and it means we were discussing yesterday in the evening that these devotees of Srila Prabhupada, they opened like centers like anything. And they did the first Rath Yatra in San Francisco. Yamuna Mataji, Janki Mataji, they all were there, giving out chapatis, just chapatis. Nobody knew what these chapatis were because they were seeing it for the first time. It was like that. But everybody was like you have to make, Malti Mataji was explaining. Like they made so many stacks of chapatis. They got flowers from somewhere. And she was explaining that they, sometimes they were stealing also. Because they thought it is for Krishna, And the Prabhupada said, no, don't do that. But from that, we are having Jagannath Rath Yatra in Arizona, and everybody pulls the Rath. And then there is a big, a stage, and then they are getting served, there's aartis, It's just amazing. It fills really my heart with so much love and pride that, all are coming together, for preaching. We're distributing so many flyers. It's amazing. Because we can take it very cheaply also. That, yeah, it's fine. What's the big deal? Yes, obviously there are things we can do better. Like they were discussing about, they mentioned it on the group, that we will do Pahandi. And it's going to be the first time maybe, so it's going to take a little step. I don't know how it's going to happen. But let's see how it happens, But there's a first for everything. And the point is that we are welcoming Krishna in these chapters of the advent of Lord Krishna. And that's the whole point. We pull the Lord to Vrindavan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the mood of Srimati Radhan, because we are going to have Gaur Purnima soon also. That is a new year for us. Somebody was mentioning, we were just talking to my friends, and they were saying, devotee friends, and they were saying that, oh, it's our new year. I'm like, oh, it's your new year. Oh, I thought my new year is Gaur Purnima. But your new year is something else. No, my new year is also Gaur Purnima. Traditionally we celebrate this as New Year. I'm like, yeah, but like for us it's New Year. Gauranga Mahaprabhu, when he appears, he brings the love for Krishna, pure unalloyed devotion, never given before. And he performs most of his pastime in Jagannath Puri. Why? In the mood of separation of Lord Krishna, always trying to search out for Krishna. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Very crazy, very crazy. The way Mahaprabhu has dealt, how he was behaving, like it would be a very wonderful thing to discuss about how Mahaprabhu actually was behaving in Gambhira. It's like every single night, all these devotees, like Govinda, his servants, they used to lock the doors from the outside. Why? So that Mahaprabhu does not go outside in the night. Because in his viraha, in his separation, he was going very crazy. He was smashing his head against the walls of Gambhira. And you've seen how Gambhira is very small, right? And he used to sleep near the doorstep. And he's smashing the wall. And the whole night he'll be crying out for Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. So one night Govinda, his servant, Govinda Das, he is mentioning that I can't hear him say Krishna. In the middle of the night he wakes up. He's not hearing Mahaprabhu say Krishna. And so he goes inside to check. He opens the door and he sees that Mahaprabhu is not there. Where did Mahaprabhu go? And the point was that he's calling every single person. Where is Mahaprabhu? Where is Mahaprabhu? And it becomes a big chaotic thing, and they run from Gambhira to find where is Mahaprabhu. And obviously everybody runs the first thing to see where, near the Jagannath temple. But he's not even there. But there are signs he was there. And then there is a cow shed somewhere nearby. He somehow or the other has ran in ecstasy. Yes, running to see the moon-like face of Lord Jagannath, because he's seeing Shama Sundar. At night, he's calling, he's heard the flute of the Lord, and he's running for the Lord. But because the doors are closed, he cannot go inside. He smashed his head, he's fallen, and then somehow or the other he's entered into the cow shed where the cows are. And because in his ecstasy, his body has become like a ball. His arms and legs have gone inside, they've melted kind of a thing. And he's like a blob. And the cows are licking Mahaprabhu, because they know he's Krishna. They are licking him. And he is fallen unconscious. Somehow or the other these devotees find him. And then they see, and then they chant Hare Krishna. And then Mahaprabhu is like, oh, what happened? How am I here? They drag him back to Gambhira every single night. Some or the other thing. One time he'll be running, he's walking around down from Mahanadi, the ocean. And he is thinking that the water sports are being played. He sees Krishna with the gopis and they're playing in the Yamuna. He just runs. He just runs for Krishna. And he jumps into the ocean, never knowing how to swim. He drowns. A fisherman actually takes him out, and he sees the blob of Mahaprabhu, some golden thing coming out, and he thinks he's a ghost. There's something he's found, and he goes crazy. Instead of, he runs. He runs. He runs and he runs. And all the devotees are finding, where is Mahaprabhu? Where is Mahaprabhu? They come to the ocean, and then they find this fisherman. They're like, what happened? He's running in fear. But what is he chanting? He's chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna. In fear, why is he chanting Krishna, Krishna? And then they all catch hold of him. Like, what happened? What happened? Like, no, I saw a ghost, Krishna. I saw a ghost, Krishna. And then he's like, oh, you saw a ghost. Okay, where is the ghost? Like, no, you cannot go. You cannot see him. Like, no, show us where is the ghost. And then they all take him over there. The fisherman takes them, and then they see Mahaprabhu over there. And again they chant Hare Krishna. He gets up. Like, oh, what happened? Okay, let's go and do Harinam Sankirtan. And that's why the last 18 years of Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri are all the pastimes of all these great devotees. It's all about devotee association. Yes. And that's why these all festivals which are coming up are to express our love and devotion, our cooperation to Srila Prabhupada. That yes, we are trying to cooperate, even though we don't like each other. Let's be very factual. Like, there's so much, this goes on, because we're still, it's fine, because we're still not there yet. Yes, this person might have done that and this person has done. But yes, we are trying to cooperate. It's difficult, very difficult, And that's why when somebody has hurt us or somebody has done bad to us, it's very hard to forgive and forget. And I have done it so many times. It's very hard to forgive and forget. It takes years to actually become normal. Yes. But yeah, it's human nature. We fell her. But the point is that when it comes to seva, we try to do whatever we can, however we can. Yes, we move around circles and do, but still we cooperate for the Lord's pleasure. Because ultimately, it is the Lord who we want to make happy. Yes, and He becomes happy when His devotees are happy, when we serve together. And that's why, with all these festivals coming up, so many, like back to back, we should feel appreciated that we are getting tired by doing festivals. When I was in India for 3 months, hardly, because I could go for any festivals, it was like, there's so much to do, but I'm like, there is some lack, because there were not devotees around, devotees around, and there was that lacking in the heart. And then I was like, at least, how should I, we are faking it to be devotees. So it's better than not having devotees. Yeah, it's not that good to be karmis. You really forget Krishna over there. Really forget Krishna. Yes. So like Shamani Mataji says, always remember Krishna, never forget. But that always remember will come in only and only devotee association. And when we cooperate together for the Lord's pleasure, that yes, we want to do this for you, because we want to see you happy. Yes, we want to make you happy. That is our happiness. Not because we want something. Yes, there are levels to make why we want to make the Lord happy. The highest is that we want to do it for your pleasure and for Guru's pleasure. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.